And Rock getting a substantial amount of zealots on the ground, though. That could be his plan, is to just mass zealots and get going, but at this point, that's not going to work, because Savior has more economy, and he's going to be able to pump out those Hydralisks now. And Lings to deal with the zealots. So Rock is really gonna... Okay, he has the Sill, though. I didn't see if one of those buildings was a Templar Archive or anything like that, so I'll have to check on that again. I'm really hoping that something interesting happens in this game pretty soon, honestly. Probably gonna see Savior start bulking up his forces now. He might go for another expansion, but he's probably going to start, you know, just building up those Hydralisks, and just, I mean, because he doesn't have a ramp to try and go up to try and get into the Rock's main. He just has to go through that little choke point, and so once he has a critical mass of Hydralisks, he'll be able to do that very easily, especially since there's only that one cannon there. He'll be able to micro around his Hydralisks against those Zealots. Rock now going out with some speed lots, and speed lots are very good against Hydralisks, I have to say, so it's a good thing for him that Savior is getting those sunken colonies there. Savior running his Lings back so he can use those Lings in conjunction with those sunken colonies to hold that off. Rock going in now with a lot of Zealots. Savior is sending in the Lings to block them off so they don't get past. He's sending in the Corsair as well, but Savior cannot focus his Hydralisk on the Corsair because he's got to focus on those Zealots right now. The Zealots are going down, though, so he is able to spend a few seconds to focus his fire on that Corsair. Those Zealots just got absolutely turned back by Savior's reinforcements. A bunch of Lings coming from Savior, the two hatcheries in Savior's main, holding off that force of Zealots, and the Rock not able to get past there, and not able to do a terrible amount of damage, honestly. I don't know if he even took down any of the colonies there, the sunken colonies. So he's hiding his Zealots in that swarm, and that's a pretty good move, actually, because it's going to keep Savior from making it easy for Savior to move out too much, especially if he wants to move out with a lot of Hydralisks. Although those Zealots are damaged. The Zealots coming in again. It looks like again he tries to run past. He does get a few Zealots past. Savior has Lurkers in now. It'll be a race to see if he can get back there. Oh, it's sending in some. Oh, he's sending some drones to try and block off those Zealots. One Zealot gets through, but there are a few Lings in his main. That Ling's going to be able to. Those Lings are going to be able to take down. So good move by Savior on every step of the way, blocking off Rock's path so he could not get those Zealots into his main. Savior would have been in trouble if he'd been able to get into Savior's main and clump his Zealots up and use them as a block. So here we see Rock seeing those Lurkers coming in. He's going to try and block the door. Savior trying to get around him. He does get a few of the Lurkers past, and past those Zealots, past that door there. He's burrowing them. Rock does have some observers we see here, but I mean, it doesn't matter if you can see the Lurkers. They're still going to slaughter you if there's too many of them. It doesn't look like Savior has a ton of Lurkers. It looks like he only has 5 left there at the Rock's door. Rock is getting Templar Archives. Basically, I'm thinking it's going to be up to Stork right now to Savior right now to try and take the Rock out before he gets those Templar, because once he gets some Psystorm, then it's going to be extremely difficult to deal with him until he gets his own Defilers out and he's able to do some other things with that. So here we see those Lurkers inside that swarm there. And the Rock is very intelligently not getting goons or anything like that, because he knows that the goons are not going to be able to do any good because of all the swarm that's lying around. So, I mean, usually you don't see Protoss get Dragoons against Zerg very much anyways. So, Savior has Mutalisks now. He's coming in, he's aiming for that one cannon in Rock's supply line. Rock has nothing to attack the air with, though, because he didn't get those goons. He doesn't even have an Archon. There is absolutely nothing he can do right now. He doesn't even have any Corsairs left right now. Stork going in and hitting down one of those observers, but really observing the Lurkers is not what Rock needs to worry about right now, because he's got nothing to attack these Mutalisks. He's got all Zealots. What the hell is Rock thinking? Okay, he does have an Archon that's going to come in here, but we're going to see Savior if Savior can force down that Archon. In the meantime, Rock has lost all of his probes. He has like no economy left at all. Savior's economy completely untouched. I bet that was basically the game-winning move right there, honestly. I don't see how, and taking down another observer there, so those lurkers are going to be able, if they can never, he does have another observer there. Okay, if Savior can take out that, that cannon and that other observer, I'm not sure if he sees the other observer. The other observer goes down, so there is nothing. Rock has now no probes and nothing to see those lurkers with. And Savior is basically now just going to waltz in, and we see Rock pulling back here. He's trying to build some cannons frantically, but I don't think it's going to help him. Savior has enough mutalisks to force down those cannons, and even though his lings are getting taken out there, those lurkers are camped out, and the Rock has nothing, absolutely nothing to deal with those lurkers. And there go all of his probes. Once that Archon goes down, that's all he has against anything, and there it goes. And I promise you, I had not seen this game beforehand when I said that we were going to see Savior absolutely rock the Rock. It's just that for some reason the Rock has a big fan base. Everyone loves the Rock, even though he's kind of a shitty player. But Savior wins. I believe that Savior puts Savior up very high in his grouping. I think he's at least 2-0 now in his OSL group. So Savior securing, if not securing, moving very close to securing his spot in the next round of the OSL. And the Rock, disappointed since he's probably not. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for listening.